podcast and morning talk show. Thank you for joining me today here on April 18th. And anyway, you sliced, I'm going to dice it up for you. Appreciate you swinging by for a little bit of inspiration and motivation to start your day. We are plugging along here through the month of April. It does not stop. And I really want to stress to you that there should be no more waiting. Stop waiting. There's no more waiting on that perfect moment. If you're thinking about having everything line up correctly just for you, sometimes it's just not going to happen. You're going to have to push through with what you have, where you are, and everything around you, the way those circumstances are standing at this moment. So you can't just sit there waiting for that perfect opportunity to come your way. Sometimes you have to actually go out there and create that perfect opportunity for you, because as life goes by and it's going to keep moving, as we know, the clock keeps on ticking. You can't just sit idly by waiting for the stars to align. Sometimes you actually have to go out there and create your own luck. You know, once you start going out there and doing the right things, and you can feel it in your soul that you're doing the right things, and all of a sudden the universe will speak to you, and the universe will hop along and help you along the way, and others will actually get on your side and help along the way as well. It's amazing once you start going down that right path. All these avenues and doors will start opening up for you when you realize, like, is that all it took? Me following my true passion and doing the things that I love. Is that all it takes for things to start turning around, going my way, instead of sitting on the couch, being a little lazy, waiting for that call, waiting for someone to come up with that big idea? In all actuality, you have that energy and that creativity within inside of yourself to go out there and start something that you've been putting on the shelf a little bit too long. As you know, every single day we get a little bit older. Sometimes your birthday changes, and now someone asks you, "Well, how do you feel today? You feel a little older?" No, I don't. Right? Usually say, "No, I don't feel a little bit older. I feel the same as I did yesterday. I still feel the same age, or I feel younger than I did before, than I am now, I should say." So sitting by, waiting on others, be it a best friend, a family member, a spouse, coworker, business partner, if you're waiting on someone to get something done, to get up and start that big project, to bring that big idea out into the arena, you're doing a disservice to yourself, because you're not going to get that time back no matter how long you wait. Sometimes it pays to be patient. I'm not going to disagree with that. Sometimes it pays to be patient. But if you're waiting on someone to go out there and live your best life and live your dreams, or create something you've always been thinking about, you're doing a disservice to your life, right? You're not going to get that time back. You're never going to get that time back, no matter what happens throughout your life. One thing you'll never get back is time, and that only creates regrets, and that is something we do not want to be involved with. No regrets, no more regrets. There's nothing out there worse than having a regret and knowing that you'll never have that opportunity to go out there and travel somewhere, to create something, to live exactly the way you want. You're not going to have that chance again when you're in your 70s, 80s, looking back on your life on your deathbed. You're not going to have a chance. Life's going to come at you fast. It already is. No matter where you are in your life, and no matter what point you are at your life, there are certain things you can never go back and do already. Looking back at myself, in my youth, I played a lot of sports, and I quit. I think it was my sophomore year playing baseball. I quit when I was younger too, only because the sport was just kind of too slow for me. But I was pretty good at it. But I quit mostly because I was just a jackass, and I was working. I had a girlfriend at the time. It wasn't like I was doing nothing. I did enjoy the party in a sense, being in high school, but like, I was thinking about that sometimes occasionally. Oh man, I wish I never quit playing baseball. Oh, it's only 2 more years of my life. It wasn't like I was gonna go play in college or try to, play for some minor league or softball league as an adult, whatever. But like those 2 years, I could have played, and at least I have no regrets. Looking back on it, I mean, it's not a huge regret, but when I look back, I'm like, why did I quit? Why not just play out the string? I had 2 more years left in my life to play baseball, and I know that's a minor regret. That's a minor regret. I haven't fallen into that trap as a young adult or an adult now. You know, I don't look back and say, "Damn, I wish I would have did things differently." I can't think of one right now. Maybe it's in my head. Maybe it is in there, but at the moment I can't bring that to the forefront for you. So luckily, that's how I've been wired, and I've you know trained myself to live a certain way. Because whenever I've wanted to go out and do something, be it travel anywhere, create something, or even coming to you, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. When I say I'm going to do something, I need to back up my word because that word means something to me. Maybe not you, maybe not someone that you care about, you love, but when it comes down to my word, if I say something, I have to do it because that's how I am built. So if you're going to tell something, you're going to do something, but you're waiting on something. You're waiting for this package. You're waiting for this person to call you. You're waiting for this, you know, this idea. You're just waiting for that perfect time. You can't wait for the perfect time anymore. Because that perfect time is not coming. It's not. What you're going to do is you're going to go out there and you're actually going to go out there and create that perfect moment, that perfect time. And then it's going to be like, oh, this is the perfect moment I did this. Well, the only reason why it is the perfect moment because you actually put down whatever you were doing and started taking those steps and created that moment, created that lasting moment where can appreciate your skill set. You can appreciate the ones that are around you. Maybe you're working on a common goal. You can appreciate your determination when everyone else is looking at you saying this person couldn't do it. This person doesn't have, you know, the intellectual mindset, that determination, the courage to go out there and do it. But when in all actuality you do, it's just a matter of choice. It comes down to just a matter of choices. Easier said than done. It's always easier to be lazy. It's always easier just to sit down and not care. It's always easier. But what point is life if it's always easy? What are you gaining from it if it's always easy? There's no growth. There's no genuine experiences in life without putting some hard work into it, seeing what you're made of, seeing what you're built of. So take a look. Take a look. Ask yourself, what are you waiting for that you don't have to wait anymore? Why are you waiting? Go out and do it. Just start. That is a simple thing. Just start. And it feels good to get started. However, after a day or two, a week, you're all of a sudden you're on this new routine. So all of a sudden you got some new structure going on in your life that you've been able to implement. Now you're working towards your goals. You can't fade away. You can't burn out after a week or 2 weeks, a month. You gotta stick with it. You have to stick with it. That is your only hope for success. Small disciplines, practice again and again, day after day, will lead to success. You're not going to see it overnight. You're not going to see the results that you want overnight. But if you can have that discipline, you can have that structure, and you're not afraid to go back again and again, even when things might not seem like it's working, you're not getting those results that you want, but you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing. You just have to keep moving forward and stop waiting. Just do it. Just go out and do it, my friend. So I want to thank you for joining me today. No matter where you are, Monday through Friday, you can catch this live stream here on my Facebook page and YouTube channel. Always catch the replay on Spotify and my YouTube channel at Conquering Hill later on today. I'm scheduled to speak with Kate Montana, an author. Um, I think she's going to have a lot of interesting things to say about the current world. Cracking the Matrix. We all remember that movie, right? The Matrix. That was an iconic film. I think it was released in 1999. And are you trapped? I'm not sure if you're where you are in life, right? Do you feel like you're trapped in some form of, not say simulation, right? Because that's the big thing these days, right? We're all living a simulation, but are we trapped in our own little box that we've either constructed ourselves or society has constructed for us? Are we living inside that box because it's all of a sudden it's just so safe and comforting that you know everything's gonna be okay and it's normal to you? You know, you don't want to try anything different. Just you enjoy this for what it is. You know exactly what's going to happen. You're gonna eat the same meal every single day. You're gonna speak to the same people every day. You're gonna watch the same television shows every day. It's good to have a routine, don't get me wrong, but when the routine is mundane and it's not actually, you know, the end game isn't any growth or productivity. It's just monotonous, monotonous living. That's not fun. How is that enjoyable? It's not. So there's some things you have to look at every single day. And really the core question is, where do you want to be? How are you going to get there? And then ask yourself, are you willing to never stop until you reach the summit? Are you willing to sacrifice things right now, right this second, no matter what it is, to reach your goal? You have to be willing to give it all up at any second to move forward, to keep fighting, and never give up until you reach that goal. Because if that goal and that thing you're out going out there stretching for every single day, if it's so big, if this idea is so special to you, if you were passionate about something and it's all you think about, but for whatever reason, you haven't started the process, you haven't took action for whatever reason, if that thing that's out there is so awesome and so amazing and you just want to go out and try it, or you want to have that particular thing in your life, and you're not starting and you're not going forward and you're not moving towards that, ask yourself why. What is stopping you in your tracks? Why can't you get started? Why can't you move forward? What is it? What is going on in your life? Now, you can create a million excuses. No excuses. No more excuses. Now is not the time to make an excuse. Lazy people, people that are ready to give up and give in, create excuses. People that give you excuses, they have no solutions. Do not use an excuse as your crutch for why you can't go out there today and start living your best life. Do not give an excuse and use it as a crutch to tell someone why you can't stop smoking cigarettes today, why you can't stop drinking alcohol today, why you can't stop, abusing whatever substance it is just for you to cope through the day. Don't give an excuse why you can't start exercising today. Don't start using excuses. Just provide solutions. Think about what you can do to provide solutions. And once you get all those negative thoughts out of your mind, all those negative thoughts and voices and people that are just swarming you with negativity, once you start clearing that out and allowing the positivity to creep in, you'll feel good and you'll feel real good about yourself. And you actually think you're unstoppable and you think you can accomplish anything because, in all reality, you can. If you are breathing today, you have an opportunity to create any life you wish. It's just a matter of how much work and sacrifice you're going to put into it. Because the further you go in this life, I should say, the further you go in this life will be based on the sacrifices that you're willing to give up. So don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. So again, thank you for joining me today. No more wasting time. There's not enough time to go around. I promise you that. So please, please keep fighting, keep going, keep moving forward. Thank you for joining me today. Please click subscribe, share with your friends, whatever you got to do. I truly appreciate you all spending some time with me today. Hopefully, I did provide a little bit of inspiration and motivation for you this morning. But remember, my voice is not going to be in your head all day. This is going to wear off. No matter what's out there motivating you and inspiring you, that's not always going to be there. It's not always going to be there telling you to keep going, keep moving forward. No, it's not going to work like that. You have to have something within yourself. So you have to have your why that is just so, so strong that no matter what happens to you, you can call on it when you need it. Because it's always so easy to fall back and be lazy and just give up for the day. Because when you're giving up, someone's still fighting, still moving forward, still working, still studying, still grinding, still learning. The person's always out there. So thank you again. Take care. I will see you tomorrow, and I'll keep you up to date on the podcast with Kate Montana later today. Thank you so much. Take care.